Okay, so get this right.
Hmm.
Elon Musk wants to build a city on Mars.
Wow.
Not just like, a little base camp,
Yeah.
a full-blown city, like over 1 million people.
Ambitious.
Yeah, so we're going to dive deep into his vision for this today using his own posts on X. I mean, that's what Twitter is called now. I guess we all know that.
Right.
And we found some other interesting snippets, too.
That'd be
So,
cool.
I mean, are we on the verge of becoming like a multiplanetary species?
Yeah, who knows? Maybe.
I don't know, but let's find out.
Let's do it.
What do you think?
It's mind-boggling to think about, He's laid out some pretty ambitious steps to get this Martian city going.
Okay.
He's talking about sending like 5 uncrewed starships to Mars in just 2 years.
5.
5.
That's a fleet.
It is.
Why uncrewed, though?
Well, those initial missions, they're all about, proving the technology.
Okay.
Making sure those starships can land safely on Mars.
Got-
Think of it as like laying the groundwork for everything that follows.
I see.
If those landings go smoothly, knock on wood,
Yeah.
then we could see crewed missions within, say, 4 years.
Okay.
But of course, there's always the chance of delays. Space travel is inherently risky.
Right.
It's not like hopping on a plane.
Right, yeah.
If things don't go as planned, it could be 6 years before we see humans set foot on Mars.
And, it's not like we can launch whenever we want, right?
Right.
Isn't there's that whole thing about, like, Earth and Mars needing to be in alignment?
Yeah, there's a launch window that happens every 2 years.
Okay.
And missing that window means waiting another 2 years.
Right, so that's a big deal.
So timing is everything. But here's where it gets even more interesting.
Okay.
Musk isn't just thinking about a few missions here and there.
Okay.
He's envisioning thousands of starships,
Yeah.
eventually like constantly traveling to Mars.
Wow.
It'll make it possible for anyone who wants to go
Oh, wow.
to make the journey,
Really?
Yeah, can you imagine that?
Yeah.
A constant stream of starships
Oh, wow.
shuttling back and forth between Earth and Mars.
It's hard to even wrap my head around the scale.
I know.
What would it even look like to have thousands of starships in space?
Yeah.
It'd be like something out of a sci-fi movie.
Yeah, for sure.
But, I mean, Musk is clearly pretty excited about this vision.
He is.
He even said, and I love this quote, "It will be a glorious sight to see. Can you imagine?" Wow.
It's amazing.
He's like a kid in a candy store talking about it.
I know.
It's great.
That enthusiasm is infectious, isn't it?
Yeah.
But it goes deeper than just the spectacle, I think.
Yeah.
Musk seems, I think, genuinely concerned about the future of humanity here on Earth.
Okay.
I think he sees this Martian city as kind of like an insurance policy
Okay.
against, some pretty serious threats,
Like what?
like nuclear war, a global pandemic, or a catastrophic asteroid impact even.
So he's not just like looking to escape to Mars.
No.
He's actually trying to ensure humanity's survival.
Yeah, like a backup plan.
No matter what happens here on Earth, sort of like that don't put all your eggs in one basket approach,
Exactly.
but on a planetary scale.
Yeah, on a grand scale, yeah.
That's pretty wild.
He believes that becoming a multiplanetary species is our best bet for, surviving long term.
I mean, that's a bold vision,
It is.
but let's face it.
Yeah.
Space travel is really expensive.
Yeah.
How does he plan to overcome that?
Right.
Even for someone as wealthy as Elon Musk, this seems like a very costly endeavor.
Well, he's definitely aware of the cost issue.
Okay.
He actually calls it the cost per ton to Mars problem.
Ah, it's catchy.
Yeah. It's a real thing.
Right now, I mean, it costs like $1 billion to send a single ton of anything to Mars.
It's a lot.
And to build a self-sustaining city, I mean, he estimates that cost needs to drop to like $100,000 per ton.
Drastically.
That's a massive reduction. Right. Like 10,000 times cheaper.
It's a huge difference.
This sounds impossible almost.
Right.
But this is Elon Musk we're talking about.
True.
He's already proven he can shake things up in the space industry.
For sure.
I mean, think about SpaceX's achievement with reusable rocket stages.
Totally.
They created the first fully reusable system, and they made it economically viable.
Yeah. No one thought that was possible.
That was a total game changer.
For sure.
SpaceX made space travel way cheaper, by reusing rockets.
They did, yeah.
So, I mean, is he banking on some similar innovation to solve this cost problem for Mars?
Yeah, I think so.
Right.
Musk believes that by developing new technologies and figuring out how to make things more efficient,
Right.
we can significantly cut the cost of getting things to Mars.
Okay.
And if we can crack that code, well, I mean, it opens up all sorts of possibilities for colonizing the red planet.
Okay, so let's say he figures out the cost issue.
Right.
What's the timeline? When does he think we could actually have this city up and running?
Well, he's given us a target date.
Okay.
And it's pretty mind-blowing.
Lay it on me.
He thinks we could see a self-sustaining Martian city with over 1 million people living there
Okay.
within 30 years.
30 years.
Yeah.
That's within our lifetime.
It is, yeah, but there's a catch.
What's the catch?
He adds this condition
Yeah.
that civilization is reasonably stable for those next 30 years.
Oh.
It makes you think, doesn't it?
Yeah, it definitely raises some important questions.
Yeah.
What happens if things go sideways here on Earth?
Yeah.
Can this Mars colony become self-sufficient before, some huge catastrophe disrupts or even halts those supply missions from Earth?
Yeah, it's like a race against time almost.
Right. We need to develop the technology, get this colony going, and just hope that Earth can hold it together long enough for Mars to become independent.
Yeah, exactly.
Makes you wonder what life would actually be like on Mars living under those conditions.
Let's get into that, shall we?
Okay.
Musk has painted, I think, a pretty vivid picture of what daily life might look like.
Okay.
For those early Martian settlers.
I'm ready.
All right. Picture this, okay?
Okay.
You wake up on Mars.
Okay.
What do you see?
Well, based on, what Musk has said, our first Martian homes would probably be inside these massive domes, right?
Yeah.
Sort of like living in a giant terrarium, to protect us from that harsh Martian environment.
Yeah, exactly. Think of those early Martian settlements as self-contained mini worlds.
Okay.
With everything we need, air, water, food, even a simulated Earth-like environment.
Wow.
But the domes are just the beginning.
Oh, okay.
Musk has got a much grander vision in mind.
What's that?
He wants to terraform Mars.
Terraforming, that sounds like straight out of a, science fiction novel.
It does.
Could we really, transform an entire planet to make it more like Earth?
It's an incredibly ambitious goal.
Yeah.
There's no doubt about that. I mean, imagine, warming up the planet.
Right.
Thickening the atmosphere, and eventually, having liquid water flowing freely on the surface.
Wow.
I mean, Musk even kind of jokes about it. He calls Mars a fixer-upper of a planet.
It's a fixer-upper of a planet.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
It's like we're taking our home improvement skills to a whole new level.
I know, right?
Planetary renovation.
Exactly.
But, I mean, seriously, could we actually pull this off?
I mean, it would be unlike anything we've ever attempted.
Yeah.
But Musk seems to think it's possible.
Okay.
Given, enough time and ingenuity.
I mean, think about the implications if we succeed.
Right.
I mean, we could create a second home for humanity, a backup plan in case things go wrong here on Earth.
Exactly, yeah. That's the hope.
That's a powerful thought, but let's not forget about the journey itself.
Okay.
We're talking about a 6-month trip to Mars, crammed inside a spaceship.
Yeah.
Hurtling through the vastness of space.
It's a long time.
That's a long time to be away from Earth.
Yeah.
I mean, and I imagine it would take a suit and type of person to handle that kind of isolation.
You're right. You're hitting on a really crucial point here.
Okay.
The psychological impact of that journey and of living on Mars, I mean, it would be huge.
Yeah.
Millions of miles from home with limited communication, no quick trips back to Earth.
Imagine that feeling.
I know.
Knowing that Earth is just a tiny dot in the sky.
Right.
And there's no turning back.
It would be exhilarating, but also terrifying.
Yeah, it would be both.
Yeah, it would take a very unique blend of courage, resilience, adaptability, to thrive in that kind of environment.
So, I mean, who are these Martian pioneers? Are we talking thrill seekers, scientists, or people just looking for, a fresh start?
I think it'd be a mix of all of those things. Imagine a community of scientists, engineers, doctors, artists, farmers, all working together.
Wow.
To build a new society from scratch.
I mean, that sounds like a fascinating social experiment.
Yeah.
What kinds of challenges do you think they'd face?
Oh, there are so many.
Beyond, the obvious ones, like surviving in a harsh environment.
Right, of course, yeah.
Yeah.
I think like building a sense of community would be crucial.
Yeah.
I mean, they'd be living in close quarters.
Right.
Limited resources, the constant reminder of the risks involved.
Yeah.
Maintaining morale.
Yeah. Yeah.
Fostering cooperation, dealing with, the inevitable conflicts.
Right.
All of that would be just as important as mastering the technical challenges.
And they'd be constantly aware of like the fragility of their existence, right? Like one small mistake, a technical malfunction, an unexpected solar storm, any of these could be catastrophic.
Absolutely.
It's a lot to think about.
They'd be, living on the edge.
Yeah.
Constantly pushing the limits of human ingenuity and resilience.
It's wild.
But I think that's part of what makes this whole vision so compelling.
Yeah.
It's a story,
Yeah.
of human ambition and determination and the will to overcome, seemingly impossible obstacles.
Yeah, and it's a story that's still being written, Yeah. Who knows, maybe one day we'll be reading about like the triumphs and tragedies of those early Martian settlers, not in science fiction novels, but like in history books.
I love that.
But let's shift gears for a moment
and
talk about the potential rewards.
Okay.
What makes this incredible risk worth taking?
Right.
What are the payoffs, the things that might make all of this worthwhile?
That's a great question, and one that I think leads us to the heart of what makes this whole endeavor so captivating.
Okay, let's hear it.
So we've talked about the challenges, right? The sheer audacity of building a city on Mars.
It's big.
But what about the potential rewards?
Right. Yeah. What might we gain from this?
Well, think of Mars as like a giant time capsule.
Okay. Yeah.
A window into the early solar system.
I like that.
It holds clues about planetary formation,
right,
climate evolution, and maybe even like the origins of life itself.
Wow.
Imagine the scientific discoveries just waiting to be made.
Yeah, it's like opening a treasure chest, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Filled with like knowledge we can't even imagine right now.
Right.
What kind of things might we uncover?
Well, for one, we could find, evidence of past life.
Oh, wow.
Fossilized microbes.
Yeah.
Hidden in Martian rocks.
Okay.
Or maybe even signs of like current microbial life.
Wow.
Clinging to existence beneath the surface.
That'd be amazing.
And the geological formations.
Yeah.
I mean, Mars has like volcanoes larger than any on Earth.
Oh, wow.
Canyons that dwarf the Grand Canyon.
Really?
And polar ice caps that hold secrets about the planet's ancient climate.
It would totally rewrite our understanding of the solar system, wouldn't it?
It would.
And who knows, maybe those discoveries could even have practical applications back here on Earth?
Absolutely. I mean, the challenges of living on Mars.
Yeah.
They would force us to innovate.
Right.
To develop new technologies for everything from energy production to food cultivation.
Okay, yeah.
And those advancements could then lead to breakthroughs in sustainable living, resource management, even medicine.
So it's not just about what we might find on Mars.
Right.
It's about how that journey itself could spark innovation and progress, here at home.
Exactly. The quest to colonize Mars,
right,
could usher in a whole new era of technological advancement, pushing the boundaries of what we thought possible.
But let's be honest.
Yeah.
I think for a lot of people, the real allure of Mars is the adventure.
Right.
The sheer wonder of experiencing life on another planet.
I mean, just imagine standing on the surface of Mars,
yeah,
gazing up at a pink sky,
wow,
watching 2 moons rise instead of 1.
That'd be incredible.
Or hiking through a Martian canyon,
yeah,
marveling at landscapes shaped by billions of years of geological history.
Wow.
Think of the stories you'd have to tell.
I get chills just thinking about it.
I know.
To be one of the first humans to set foot on a new world, to experience that sense of discovery.
Yeah.
It would be truly life-changing.
And that sense of exploration, that drive to push beyond our boundaries. I mean, it's in us.
Yeah.
Ingrained in us as humans.
It is.
It's what led us to explore every corner of our own planet. And now it's propelling us to reach for the stars.
That is a really powerful thought, that same spirit, right,
wow,
that drove our ancestors to explore the unknown,
mm-hmm,
is now pushing us to venture beyond our home planet.
It is.
Yeah.
It's a testament to the human spirit.
Yeah.
Our insatiable curiosity and our our unwavering belief in our own potential.
It really is.
And I think, in a way, colonizing Mars is the ultimate expression of that spirit.
I think you're right. We started this deep dive by exploring Elon Musk's vision, right, for a Martian city. And we've uncovered so much more along the way.
I know, right?
We've delved into, the scientific mysteries, the technological challenges, the human element, the profound implications this could have for our future.
It's lots of process.
It really is. It's been quite a journey.
It is.
And it's important to remember this is still just the beginning.
Right.
We're at the dawn of a new era of space exploration. An era filled with really incredible possibilities.
Who knows what the future holds?
I mean, what we've discussed today, I think it's just a glimpse of what might be.
Yeah, for sure.
Just as a taste of the adventures that await us beyond our planet.
I'm excited to see what happens.
So to our listeners, we hope this deep dive has ignited your curiosity.
Yeah.
And inspired you to learn more about this extraordinary endeavor.
For sure.
Whether or not we ever, actually set foot on Mars.
Yeah.
I think the journey of exploration of pushing the limits of human ingenuity, it's something that benefits us all.
Absolutely.
So keep looking up, keep asking questions, and never lose that sense of wonder.
Well said.
That's what makes us human, and that's what will ultimately drive us to achieve great things. Thanks for joining us on The Deep Dive.
Thanks, everyone.